want to talk about somebody for a moment. Somebody in particular. Tom Cruise. Turns out he's and I are only born 3 days apart, and technically however many decades apart. Hey, I'm 29, he's 61, so, you know. I'm an idiot, not like that. Anyway, but I want to talk about something very serious. I think I've admitted in some of my videos that I'm not a Tom Cruise fan, and I normally turn my nose up at his stuff. But honestly, I've looked through my DVDs that I own. Turns out I am a Tom Cruise fan, but I'm more of a fan of the stuff that isn't as huge. Like, I've yet to see Mission Impossible. I love him in Rock of Ages. Tropic Thunder is a surprise cameo. Cocktail is my favorite. Let me show you what films of his that I own and that I absolutely love. And why I think it's wrong for me to say I hate this man. Because he does have a brilliant body of work that you can sit through and enjoy. But it's just a matter of some tastes are different to others. So let me show you what I do own. So these are the Tom Cruise movies that I own. Rock of Ages, Rain Man, Cocktail, The Outsiders, and Vanilla Sky. There's also 2 more movies somewhere amongst these piles all here that I'm missing and for the life of me drive me insane because I can't find them. One has a little bit of controversy to do with it, purely because it deals with blackface, but that is Tropic Thunder. His cameo in there, top tier. The other one is my favorite. It's my baby, it's my protector, it's my comfort movie. Which is really weird to say when you're a little girl and loving the horniest spy on the planet, Austin Powers, Goldmember. For those that don't know, this was his cameo. And you know how many rewatches I had of Austin Powers, and how long it finally took me to realize they're talking about the actual Tom Cruise and not like someone pretending to be Tom Cruise? Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here he is, as Austin Powers in Goldmember. It also had a cameo from Danny DeVito and Gwyneth Paltrow. Like I said, you know how many years it took me to realize this was the actual Tom Cruise? Still blows my mind every time I watch Austin Powers. Another thing that you guys may or may not know is that I have posters up in my room. Not a lot, but a couple. There is also one Tom Cruise poster that I've had up on my wall since the dawn of this movie. And that's my beautiful Rock of Ages poster. Center stage is Stacey Jacks himself. See, the interesting thing is, I know I've said in the past and at the beginning of this video that I'm not a Tom Cruise fan. And I will admit, I'm not fully on the fence with him. I will tiptoe around a lot of his movies, particularly because these ones are good. But the reason I tiptoe around Tom Cruise is because of one reason: the media and the negative things. Now, I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s. During that time when his personal life was becoming public knowledge. I don't really know a lot about his personal life. I really don't give a damn about his personal life. But I do know that that was part of the audience of what we saw. And from that knowledge came a lot of negative things about him. And so I can see why he keeps it personal. Which, again, because a lot of people said a lot of negative things about him, interprets the way that I think about him. But looking at these movies, Rock of Ages is my favorite musical, or at least one of the many of them. Rain Man I watched for the first time ever probably about 3 years ago, and I loved it. Cocktail, oh my god, Cocktail is my favorite Tom Cruise movie. I'm not gonna lie, I could watch that until, like, the end of days. The Outsiders, I recently rewatched and unlocked a core memory. It is not as well as I thought it was, but it unlocked a core memory. So he's played a part in my teen years. The last one that doesn't want to show itself is Vanilla Sky. I've done a review on it, and I was on the fence about it. Some parts I loved, some parts I didn't. But the thing is, I haven't seen a lot of his mainstream movies. Like I mentioned, I haven't seen Mission Impossible. I haven't seen the remake of The Mommy. I haven't probably seen a lot of the other stuff that he's in. But I've seen this stuff. I've seen Austin Powers. I've seen Tropic Thunder. What makes me like Tom Cruise in these movies is the fact that he stretched his wings. The fact that he showed the world that he was capable of being different. Rock of Ages showed the world that he was not the dick that people think he is. Okay, like, it was the biggest shock for me to sit there in, like, 2012 in the cinemas and go, holy shazbot, that is not Tom Cruise. But then Tom Cruise. I was like 19 years old. Yeah, good movie. Like, I know it's a stage adaptation and it may or may not be wrong, but like, it's still a good movie. And I don't know, I kind of feel like I owe Mr. Cruz an apology for believing the negative hype about him. So I'm sorry. Turns out you have had a part in my cinema upbringing without me even realizing it. So thank you. Also, yeah, I like that I learned that he and I are born 3 days apart, even though it's a couple of decades later. 32 years to be exact difference later. But like, I feel like I need to do a Tom Cruise binge. I'll do that after my Robert De Niro binge, but like, besides these movies that I have, what Tom Cruise movie should I start with first? Should I start in his filmography chronological order, or just blindly react to it the same way I'm doing my De Niro binge? Just grab the first thing I see. Though, to be fair, if I ever did get the privilege of meeting Mr. Cruz, I think the first thing that I would ask him, and he's probably been asked this 1,000,001 times, is what got him into cinema? What got him into wanting to be an actor? If I could continue asking him questions, what else would I ask him? Ask him if he could pick one movie to watch for the rest of his life. What would it be? If I could ask him a question, it would be, you know, possibly personal, but like, did his family affect the way that he viewed cinema? I feel like in recent years, particularly, I feel like he's going down the same route of Scorsese, where he wants to save cinema, where he wants to push people to go back to theaters, where he wants to push people to just do what cinema is intended to do, you know, view it on the big screen. And I understand that money's tight, but like, a lot of the media stuff that I've been seeing of him while he's promoting Mission Impossible is pretty cool. Still doesn't encourage me to go see Mission Impossible, but like, I love how like he just seems to have this open mind on how cinema is open to interpretation and how it should be pushed to, you know, as many eyes as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna do a Tom Cruise binge. Tell me which order I should do it in though. You gotta control that fate. Also, one thing, because I just realized something. So, we know the guy likes to push himself to the limit, right? With these stunts. You know what role I would really love to see him in? And I might cause some controversy because I understand that, you know, cisgendered straight men shouldn't play these type of roles. But, like, I would love to see him in a drag role. He's done musicals. We know he's good at it. He's done great cameos. He knows how to make a good mocktail and keep you invested in his, you know, life on screen. I would love to see him play a drag role. Just, it doesn't even have to be a whole movie. He can do Tropic Thunder appearance, like, you know, just do drag for like no more than 10 minutes and then off screen. I would pay to see Tom Cruise in drag. Unless he's already done a movie like that, in which case, where can I buy a copy to watch?